Hello my fellow viewers, I will now show you this game, which is called Demolition Derby 3. It looks practically like this. Yeah, here you can see it, and it has fallen out of favor. There are just no more players in this game, or almost no players, which is pretty sad because this is the only game in its category that I know of with this style and these maps and stuff. So as you can see here, you can click on this, and there you've got a ton of maps that you can buy and explore. I've already bought everything. I've got 600k, because I sweated it all day and night. And as you can see, this is my truck. I can show you all the abilities, like what you can do to your cars. I will probably buy a nice sports car, which would probably mean that I need to buy a light car. Yeah, you know what? I always loved this car in real life, so I'm gonna buy it here. That's a Datsun. Everything is basically a car from real life, just remade, which means you don't have the actual thing from real life here. You see, this is a Supra, for example, but it has slight changes done to it, so you don't get stressed with Toyota itself. You know, that's like a bit. Oh, this is a Porsche, but they made the front and the back more chubby, not realistic, changed the backlights and stuff, and now they don't have problems with licensing. Now, what I actually wanted to show you is, now that I've bought the car, I forgot which car I bought. I have so many cars. I bought this thing. You can see there are tons of abilities. I can change my player name, which means I can say that I am Bombi. I can change my number. I can change the color and how the color looks. Look, this is dirty and this is clean. You can make it black, for example, or gray. I like black very much. So I'm just gonna leave it on black. You can also put the wheels black. And the windows. Now here we can have we have decals, which means you can put on flames. Then we can change the color in this setting, which means I could basically do it like this, or like this. Then you can also change the wheels, which is pretty nice. Basically to any wheel type you want. So like to this type, you can change it to that type. What else do I have? I'm searching for a time-fitting wheel now, which means I can go in here, scroll down. I think this could be fitting. It isn't as fitting as I want it to be, but yeah, this actually looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Then you can change the engine. Depending on the space for the engine, the engine size and power is limited, which means if you have much space for an engine, you will get a great V10. You can change the height of the suspension, although it really doesn't matter that much. What I find interesting is the kind of rims, because that actually makes a difference if you have more grip or not. Roll cage, you know, if you get rammed, then you got a roll cage. You can put on some ramming stuff, so you're safer if you get rammed, because this game is all about ramming. You can also put on a wing. Some wings give you more speed, some give you less. As you can see in the speed bar, it's slightly changing, probably not even visible, but this gives you more speed than this, basically. And you can put on lights, you know, which I'm not gonna do because this thing looks fire without it. So you can do this. In here you can find your cars in this book. And if you click on racing, you can host a game or join a game. Join a game is online, probably. Host is like that you host yourself, and multiplayer is just that you play a multiplayer race. Then you got tournament, which is offline. Quick derby, also offline. Quick race, also offline. And yeah, basically in quick race, you can choose the maps. You can buy some maps. And then you can decide how many laps and stuff. Tournament is more that you get money. Tournament is where I got all my money from, so you can choose from different vehicles to take part in the tournament, and yeah, most of the game is offline, which I find very interesting. I'm not gonna show you the features of that one. I'm just gonna show you the starter map first, and then I'm gonna show you how to play Derby and how to play race. So basically, this is an open map where you can get in. If you drive into these boxes, you will get money for it, which is not very much, but you know, better than nothing. You also got some ramps out here, which I will show you right over here. Also got realistic physics, so you can actually get dents in your car, which is pretty fun. It doesn't take a lot of space on your phone, which means it's not gonna be laggy or anything. And as said, it's not a bad game. It's just the style that I had in my childhood. I know that we played this game when I was like small, very, very small. Yeah. Then you can basically collect all these boxes too. See, that's where the small space of my car comes. Yeah, no, that my car is that low. See, I'm spinning free. That's bad because rear-wheel drive. Yeah, so that was basically that. That's a map to explore where you can find everything. And now I'm just gonna show you Derby, because race probably explains itself, but Derby is a whole nother level. So I'm gonna show you quickly. I'm gonna take a Derby car for it that I have bought Derby stuff for, or that is very good for Derby. So yeah, these cars are pretty good for Derby and stuff, because look at this thing. It's like a ramp, basically built like a ramp. So it's good for Derby because in Derby you need to destroy each other, and then you can put on your big frame. As I've said, you can have bigger engines. So this is the V10, the biggest engine in the game, basically. That's why this thing is so fast. I'm gonna put that on the booty. Gonna put that on here, and maybe that on top. Yeah, not that. And now we're ready to go. And up here you can see your car and how much damage it has taken. A small tip is maybe that you can see how in what condition your car is by your windows. So if your windows are not broken, your car is in fine condition. If they are slightly broken, you know you're starting to get some damage. Yeah, here you can see basically everything. You have nitrous. The engine sounds change depending on what engine you got. Yeah, my car is fine looking so far. See, my windows are fine. And now they open, which means I'm in the first stage of being broken. Yeah, basically these broken windows are bad. And if they're completely broken, and your back lights and front lights are completely broken, that means you're in the last stage. Look at Lexi. That's where you can see it. See these lights? Yep, they're basically an indicator for your car being broken. And I'm gonna see if I get this win, because this car is very low. I've got low HP, and I am almost broken. Also, ramming dead bodies can damage you too. Yeah, I'm just hoping to get some new players into the game. Yeah, and then you get money, and it's probably one of the nicest online games I've seen so far, because you got many cars, you got tournament, which really never gets old because you got so many races, and yeah, I already got many cars, like this Formula car. I've got this Porsche, this old one. I've got this Oldsmobile. I've got this Mercedes, this Japanese van, and Porsche, Crown Vic, and many others. For example, the Ampere there. They also are divided in classes I wouldn't trust these class demo or class racing things, because they're not really true every time. Yeah. So that's it for the video, and I'm hoping to see more people in this game.